Hi guys, Maikeru here. This is my video on smithing adamant spears. These spears are 100 to 140k smithing experience an hour from level 75 plus. They're also 3 to 4 mil GP an hour, so you can make money while training smithing. So let's get right into the video. Starting off with the requirements, you need 75 or higher smithing to actually smith the spears, and you need the barbarian smithing training done. The barbarian smithing training takes literally like 2 minutes, and I'll leave a small guide on the wikia in the description about barbarian training. You only have to do the smithing part of the training in order to do this. Other helpful things you can unlock to speed up your XP or GP are things like invention. Invention unlock for perks is very helpful because you can use the tinker and rapid perk while making the spears. And you can use the mobile perk so you can surge more often, and if you have bladed dive unlocked, you can bladed dive more often too. This means you can get to the anvil much quicker if you have mobile and or bladed dive. The last thing that's super helpful is a beast of burden. Use a pack yak or a war tortoise depending on which one you can use. These are very helpful too. That's it for the requirements, so let's get into the setup. When it comes to the setup, in my yak, I have U-logs and addy bars. The reason why I have it a bar, a log, bar, log is because when you take from your beast of burden, you won't just take bars or you won't just take logs, and you'll be able to take a mixture between both of them so you can continue to craft those spears. In my inventory, I have a hammertron with tinker and rapid perks on it, which I switch to when I get to the anvil. I also have 13 logs and 13 bars so I can make some spears. You can add a toggle zoe in this inventory setup if you don't have a maxcape or something, or you can just wear the toggle zoe to teleport to the bank. I use a maxcape to teleport to the bank, but a toggle zoe works perfectly fine and has way less requirements. So for my worn inventory, I have a games necklace. I've used a teleportation compactor on that, which means you can put loads of games necklaces all together. This is really helpful because you don't have to worry about presets taking out the wrong one. This just gives you one with like 150 charges, and you can just use it over and over again. Then I have my full blacksmith outfit for a bit more experience, and I use dry gauze. The dry gauze have mobile on them, so I can bladed dive more often, and I'll just switch to my hammertron when I get to the anvil. This also allows me to surge more often if I wanted to as well, so mobile perk is really nice. If you don't have bladed dive, just take an offhand with mobile on it, and that will allow you to surge twice getting over to the anvil, which will help a lot. That's it for the inventory and the worn setup. Let's get into the actual method, and it'll make a bit more sense when we get into it. Getting into the actual method, you want to use your games necklace to go to the barbarian outpost, which is option 2. Once you're here, you can bladed dive and surge down to the south. You want to go past the fishing spots and go to Otto's hut. Just underneath Otto's hut, there is a anvil that is a barbarian anvil. These are the only anvils you can make spears on. There's another one in Barbarian Village, but this one is the closest. The games necklace makes it easy to get to. Once you're on the anvil, you want to switch to your hammertron and make spears. What I do is I just click and drag the spears into my beast of burden's inventory, and then I start just taking from my beast of burden inventory as the spears are made. Then once I have a full inventory and like 10 spears in my beast of burden, then I know it's all fine. I can semi-AFK the rest, and then as soon as it's done, I teleport to the bank. My tactic once I teleport to the bank is quickly click the bank, do my preset, use the games necklace, press number 2, and I bladed dive first because that goes diagonally through the trees very easy. Then I surge south, and then I wait for my bladed dive to come off a cooldown, and I use it once more to get to the anvil. Then when you get to the anvil, you switch to your hammer and you repeat this process over and over again. This is why mobile is so good, because even without bladed dive, you'll be able to surge down twice. 2 surges takes a lot off of the time. The quicker you can get to the anvil and make your spears, the better. This also applies with the pack yak. The pack yak allows you to make more while you're there. This is why you should take a war tortoise if you can't take a pack yak as well, because you want to do as many spears as you can before banking. Obviously, if you're using a war tortoise, you can do a couple more trips in an hour because you won't be staying for so long at the anvil. But having to bank more frequently is less experience and less GP for you. That's it for this method, simple as that. You just make them over and over again, and then you make some nice money from the spears. They sell for 7k each on the GE. They sell very easily as well because they're heavily used for direct components. Also remember not to instantly sell everything you make. This applies with smithing just in general. If you're making addy claws, stuff like that, don't insta sell them. Just sell them slowly. They always sell for like 100 to 200 GP more. And it really doesn't take long to sell them non-instantly. It will take like 10 minutes and they'll all sell. You just need to wait for that one person who needs parts and they'll buy 1,000. Now looking into the GP and XP rates, I made 1,000 spears and I sold them in my test for 7 million GP. The cost for the 1,000 Addy bars and 1,000 U logs was 2,900,000. This made my profit 4.1 million GP. Those spears gave me 140k experience. I had a couple of boosts from my outfit and procs from like Tinker and stuff that helped increase the XP rate. This took me 55 minutes to make these 1,000 spears. I made 37 inventories with Bladed Dive and Mobile, and that equated to over 4 mil GP profit. I tested it without, and you can make 28 inventories without, and that's obviously using the pack yak, and that was about 3 mil GP an hour profit. The thing is, if you're using a War Tortoise, you're going to do a couple more inventories an hour, but you'll probably get a little bit less GP because you're banking more often. But doing it this way, you can get 3 to 4 mil GP an hour very easily, and you get some decent smithing experience too. That's it for this video. Hope you did like this unconventional way to train smithing and make some money at the same time. I always like showing off really unique methods. Give the video a like if you did enjoy, subscribe if you're new for loads of future content all related to RuneScape 3, and until next time, see ya.